Hey, what's up guys? Leroy here. Today we're back for another video on the channel. Thank you guys for everybody who's been tuning in and watching. Thanks for the support as our channel continues to grow. We couldn't do this without you guys. And for this week's segment of Balling on a Budget, we thought it might be interesting to compare two lenses, one a not so budget friendly lens and another kind of a budget friendly lens, but not. We're really calling this a segment of Balling on the Budget because one lens is the same as the other and it's just the better version, so to speak, which just came out. So as you can see here, I have two R6 Mark IIs in front of me, and one has a 24-105 F2.8, which you can see right here. And then we have another R6 Mark II with a 24-105 F4. So the things that you could tell, I got it locked, sorry. You could tell this is the one F4 because the lens comes out like that. And it works a little differently. Boom. So these are the two lenses that we're comparing today. I'll tell you what I like about this one. I'll tell you what I like about this one, and which one is probably going to be the best one for you. So let's start with the 24-105 f2.8. This is a very, very powerful combination. This lens, if you're a hybrid shooter and you're shooting video and photo on the go, I mean, this might be the closest thing you can get to like a cine lens at a $3,000 price point, because it has a focus ring here. It's got your zoom ring here, your focus ring here. You can program buttons right there on it. And then you also have your custom function zoom ring on here as well. And you have your aperture ring, which is something that I haven't seen on the L series like camera lenses yet. Maybe some like older ones. I didn't realize that it has two buttons that you can use to program. And then you have your aperture ring, which I was talking about earlier. You have your autofocus modes. You have stabilizer, two different stabilizer modes. You got the panning one and all that stuff, like for movements. Then you have just your generic stabilizer mode, AF, focus, unfocus, and then there's some type of infinity focus mode. I'm thinking maybe this is for macro photography. I was wondering if it had macro photography. I didn't get a chance to test that out, but that's probably what this one is for. I'll do some research and maybe leave some stuff about it in the comments. I got to use this lens. Canon sent it out to me on a loan, so I've had it for a couple weeks. I need to send it back pretty quick to them because they don't let us hold it too long. But this was a marvelous lens. It's probably something that I'll add to my kit, possibly for my wife when we're shooting weddings. We have a couple weddings in the fall. It's winter time here. That's when the weather is the most feasible to do weddings here in Louisiana. So this will probably be a lens we add to the kit. So overall, I give this lens probably like a 8 out of 10. And the only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is because it's a little heavy for a 24-105 compared to what we're used to. So also, I just got this one in from Lens Rentals. We're photographing some schools this week, and we wanted all our lenses to match. We had a different lens on, and the guys from Lens Rentals called me and said, hey Leroy, the lens you got, it's not gonna be ideal for what you're doing. So they put me all 24-105s in my kit. I shot one day with it so far today. It's actually a really incredible lens for in-studio work. And the 24-105, if you had one in the past, you know the 24-105 has always been like the workhorse lens for in-studio work and outdoor on location. If you're not in a low light situation, this has been like the gold standard kit lens for all of your high-end bodies, your 5D Mark III, 5D Mark II, 5D Mark IV. This was the lens that everybody was getting in their kits when they're ordering bodies with lenses. unless you were ordering like a special scenario. The 24-105 was always that lens, that go-to lens for everything. The things that I do like about this lens so far, it has stabilizer. It also has on manual focus options, and this one actually locks. So you can lock it into place when you're traveling, and it doesn't have to have like it be in your bag and just slip and creep open. You can lock your lens here, which is super nice. So I believe both of them, you're able to lock the lens. Actually, this one you can lock your iris. I'm pretty sure you can lock the iris, but I don't think you can lock the lens. But there's really no reason to have to lock this lens on the 2.8 version because it doesn't have any type of lens creep on it. Okay, you're back. We're talking about this one, sorry. So another thing I love about this one, it's compact, it's smaller, it's easy to carry, and it's very discreet. So it's like, hey, boom, boom, boom. If I need to zoom out or zoom in, I can unlock it, pop, I can hit, come back in tight. If I can't get enough reach, and this is another thing I like about both of these lenses right here, is it's 24-105. So if I crop in on my sensor to 1.6, I'm getting probably close to, I don't know what that, 1.6 times 105 is probably 140s, between 140 and 160 range. I don't have a calculator to do math, everything's charging. I've been photographing all day. But I'm getting a good zoom range on both of these lenses. So if you're in a dark situation, wedding day, event photography in a venue, and you just need an all-purpose lens, this is probably gonna be the workhorse for you. The 24-105 F2.8, about $3 grand, but it's probably gonna be worth every penny. I did not give this lens a rating yet because I'm still working with it. But after today, like, it's probably gonna be upper 6.7-ish, 6.7-ish on this lens, just because the limitations of not being able to go 2.8. You never know when you're gonna get a pinch to do 2.8. My absolute favorite lens, which is a 10 out of 10 for me right now, is the lens I'm filming on right now. It's the 28-70. Obviously, we're not here to talk about that lens today, but I did want to give you guys a real world comparison on the 24-105 f2.8 paired with the R6 in comparison to the 24-105 f4 paired with the R6 Mark II. If I had to pick one, I'm going with this one, but like I said, it's balling on the budget segment, so this lens is gonna probably be better for someone who just needs the focal lengths. And let's be honest right now, ISO capabilities are just not what they used to be. So at f4, you can get to 6400 and use denoising in Lightroom and get a great image. Can you get a perfect image at f4 in some of those dark situations? Probably not, but for the most part, you can get something great that a client would be happy with. But if you're doing that commercial job and you're doing that high-end work that needs to super clean out the camera, this is the one you want to go with. Or you just don't have to fool with the Photoshop and all the editing stuff later. This is definitely the one to go with, the f2.8. So obviously, this is going to be our budget-friendly one, but for me, this is the winner, hands down. If you need 2.8, if you're going to use it for everything, if you're gonna put $1,000 down, I know $2,000 more sounds like a crazy bit, but we hold on to these lenses for 5, 10 years most of the time. So in the grand scheme of things, if you break it down, do some math, how much you're paying a day for a lens? You know, $1,000 lens, of course it's gonna be way cheaper, but in the long game, I think this is the winner for me. So I don't own either one of these lenses, so my opinion is just pretty much my opinion. There's no merit to it. I don't own either one of them, but they're both great lenses. You can't go wrong with either one. So thanks guys for tuning in. Let me know if you want to see more gear comparison videos like this. I'd love to do them. This is a little different speed for the channel. It's not something we do all the time. We kind of talk about one piece of equipment at a time. I'm just giving y'all my take on them, my personal experience using them out in the field for the last 5-7 days. I shot a graduation with it. I shot a corporate event with it. I shot a portrait session with it, a cheer squad with it. I did a lot of shooting with this lens, and I found myself not using my 28-70 because this one was so doggone durable. It had so much more range. It wasn't as, I can't get as much bokeh out of this one as I can in my 28-70. So that's why it's still my top dog. But this one has got a special place for me, man. This one right here, it's gonna be hard when I send this one back. And this one, I've only used it one day, which was today, in studio, which is probably where I would use it most of the time, and it worked phenomenal today. I had it on a tripod. I think I photographed 63 headshots today in a 6-hour window. So this one was as consistent and as reliable as ever, but just better than the older version. So looking to pick up a 24-105, these are the two options. Figure out which one. I'm rambling at this point. Like, subscribe, and comment, please. Thank you guys. See y'all in the next one. Peace. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning into that last video, and we want to thank you guys for all the support you've been giving to the channel lately. It seems like every day there's new subscribers, which is super fun, and just making this content for you guys as it goes. Please continue to comment, continue to like, continue to share. I love interacting with you guys in the comments, and the more you comment, the more I respond. So can't wait to see you guys on the next one, and thanks so much for being here.